Hello and welcome to
FHC
Slam. I'm your host, Robe, and welcome to our second year as we kick off the first episode of Slam after a hell of a pay-per-view last night at Session 3. Of course, we ended the night with Loc defeating Darth Wump in what was an amazing match full of finishers, full of near falls, and of course Loc is still the FHC champion in a well-fought battle. And you can't take anything away from any of those competitors, including Darth Wump. There were several times when we thought Wump was going to steal the win, but Loc continued to thrive at each turn. The following tag match is set for one fall, making their way to the ring, being accompanied by Alexia, Hawk and Hunt, the Demolition brothers. The Demolition are here tonight, as they failed to win the tag championship last night at Session 3. And of course that leads me to my next statement, which I can't believe I'm going to say, but the Tunnel Snakes seem legit. They are now 2-0 in ladder matches for the tag championship. And I almost want to put them to the test and ask Mr. Palmer to put them in another ladder match to see if they can pull off another win, but that's just wishful thinking on my part. But now the Demolition are here, and we're going to see them go up against the Major Duncan Hayward and the Colonel William Tavington in this tag match qualifier tonight. And their opponents, from England, the Major Duncan Hayward and the Colonel William Tavington, the Empire of Pain. And as we see the Empire making their way out to the ring to see if they can move up in the tag rankings for a shot at the tag titles, it's interesting to see that they are next in line after the Demolition brothers. But you have to wonder, looking at the rankings, is that even possible? I mean, their last tag win was going back to before Broken Glass, where they beat West Soy and the Welshman back when those two were tag team partners. And after that, they had a couple of matchups on Super Flight Night that didn't really go anywhere. But since then, can they show now that they've upped their game since then? Now starting out, we have Duncan Hayward going against Hunt de Monet. Hunt in the corner, but now Duncan with the tag to Colonel Tavington. Tavington going up top. Oh God, and a coast to coast on Hunt de Monet. Did you see the air that William Tavington got? And now a slam, hard slam on Hunt de Monet. Goodness, the Empire Pain is looking good early on here, folks. But we can't discount the Demolitions just yet. Of course, they are probably a little bit fatigued from that tag ladder match last night at Session 3. They put on an amazing show against the Tunnel Snakes, even though they did not win the tag championship or the match. We saw many aerial maneuvers, high-flying moves from the Demolitions, and so I guess that would be one weakness for them tonight, as we see Tavington and Hunt tie up, and now Hunt with the arm wrench, and Hunt has yet to tag out to his brother Hawk. Oh, and that huge backflip dropkick by Tavington. Now Tavington making the tag again to the Major Duncan Hayward. But, oh, and there goes Hunt all across the ring, tagging in Hawk now. Hawk and Hayward going at it. Now Hayward with that windmill kick. But, yeah, Hunt and Hawk actually had a very, very good matchup. If you didn't see Session 3, you are missing out, folks. There were several times where Hunt and Hawk, they were giving the Tunnel Snakes a run for their money, but, obviously, ultimately, the Tunnel Snakes came out victorious again. Again, they're 2-0 in ladder championship matches, and they seem to have hit their groove as tag champions now. And they seem to be almost untouchable, even though every appearance they were on Slam, they appeared to be losing. Oh God, what the heck was that? Hayward trying to go for maybe a butt bomb with Hawk in the corner, but instead he He was able to knock Hunt off the apron, but short-lived. Hawk able to do a back body drop to the Major. But the matchups yesterday all night long were very, very exciting to watch, including our main event, Darth Wump and Loc going at it. Of course, Loc retaining the FHC Championship last night in a cluster knocker. It was an amazing match, to say the least. So one of Loc's and Wump's best matches. Oh, and Hawk with that huge snapmare takedown. And now Hayward going, he's really coming out with those windmill kicks, windmill clicks this entire night. And now Tavington in again. A lot of good teamwork coming on with for the Empire here. But now Hayward has Hawk up in the trap there, and Tavington trying to get a couple of cheap shots in perhaps. Oh, and Hawk neck throat first into the turnbuckle. Oh, Tavington trying to go for an Olympic slam, but Hawk counters with a huge flowing DVT. And another one. Good God. Tavington isn't seeing stars right now. I don't know what's going to make him. But, oh, yes, and now the splits. Hawk's signature splits shoulder breaker on the Colonel William Tavington. Oh, and Hawk with that medium kick, and now that big drop kick and a second drop kick. He's gearing up here, folks. And now, yes, the swinging neck breaker. We could be seeing a Hawk bottom now here in the future, near future, and there it goes, Hawk bottom! Hawk bottom on the Colonel! And Tavington is out. Major Duncan Hayward too late there to stop it. And here are your winners. Hawk and Hunt, the Demolition brothers, back in the tag race. Back in the rankings. I'm sure they still want another shot at the Tunnel Snakes, and this victory tonight here on the first episode of Slam of the new year gives them that opportunity. Never fails, Nini. Never fails. After all this, I've said it, you've said it, everyone said it, I still can't cut a break. I still can't win. When it all boils down to it, there's only one thing I can say. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I can put on a good show. I can bust out the moves. 20 years of wrestling moves out that I've learned over the years from my mentors. And I can rally supporters to my cause. But when the cards are turned, I'm cleaned out. He's cleaned me out. I'm down to the felt once again. I'm sure if you had a truck, I'd be asking you if I could borrow it right now. But that's just the way it is for me right now. I don't know what's next for me. I don't know what's next for him, but I just need to get through this. I need to accept the fact that I may never be able to beat him. And that sucks. Following match is set for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Davenport, Iowa, he is the FHC Pacific Champion, Tyler Black. And here's your first look at the new FHC Pacific Champion, Tyler Black, after his victory against Cesaro and Butch Deloria last night at Session 3, as Black took it to everyone in a great treble trial match, ultimately having him win the Pacific title, ending Butch Deloria's 9-month reign. I want to thank all the fans here for supporting me, for being there every step of the way, following me from Super Flight Night, and seeing me yesterday at Session 3, holding up this, the Pacific Championship. But I'm not finished yet. I'm just getting warmed up here. This title will be defended for as long as I can. I will take on whoever's at the top of the rankings, because that's what I do I fight the best. And I want to beat the best. Hell, I'll take on anyone who wants a shot because why not? If I'm good enough to take on Butch Deloria and beat him, I'm good enough to take anybody on. Oh, well, I can't say I'm surprised, but the what is Butch Deloria wearing? He's coming out here with a full championship belt. What the heck is that? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on there for a stupid second. First of all, you didn't beat the best. You beat Cesaro. I was never pinned. Remember that. I'll replay the tape right now in the back. You pinned Cesaro, not me. So in my mind, that title should still be mine. And I believe this entitles me to a shot to win back my Pacific Championship. Oh. Yeah, you're looking down at my belt. You're probably wondering what this is, huh? I'll tell you what it is. This is the greatest SOB championship. It's only for people who are worthy to be the greatest son of a bitch that ever lived. And you know what? That's me and only me. Okay. I can tell you aren't intimidated by it or me, but that's okay. Just think of this as a placeholder, a fitting imitation until I get back the real thing. And mark my words, Black, that Pacific Championship that you're wearing around your waist will be mine again. Now go ahead and have your stupid match. And his opponent, from Mexico City, Rey Plata. Well, strong words from Butch Deloria, and how can you blame him? He's got a point. He never got pinned, but he's once again wants to get his title back, wants to get back into the game. So strong words from him to the Pacific Champion Tyler Black, as we're going to see Tyler Black take on Rey Plata here next. And it's actually interesting to note that Rey Plata was here in the FHC from the very start. In fact, he was in our first Pacific Championship match, taking on Paul Hannon for the title. Of course, Hannon won out there, but of course we have seen Rey Plata on the first episode of Slam, I believe, and here we are now, the first episode of year 2. And since then, Plata, I mean, he's done well in lots of troubled trials and has been filling his time in on Super Flight Night. But for now, we'll see how he fares against the hotshot Tyler Black. And of course, now Tyler Black with a huge Tornado DDT on Rey Plata. And Plata counters with a back elbow to the hotshot's face. One of those quick, agile hits. And now Black going under with that falling neck breaker there. And again, Plata's elbow connects. It is interesting. Tyler Black is on an 8-match winning streak right now. That's, of course, including both Super Flight Night and Session 3 and Slam. But he is tied with Jacob Glens for second in win streaks. If he wins tonight here against Tyler Black, he will break it and become the second most winningest streaks in FHC. And of course, only Loc surpasses all others with 13 straight wins. We see Tyler Black with that swinging neck breaker on Rey Plata. And of course, after a breakout win at Session 3 last night, Tyler Black is poised to be the next breakout star. I mean, who knew that one of Super Flight Night's best and brightest would be the one to topple Butch Deloria, the longest reigning Pacific champion this company has ever seen. Oh, and a huge Manhattan drop by Rey Plata, and then a huge crossbody flattening the Pacific champion. Now Black whips Plata in the ropes with the backbreaker and a neckbreaker all in one fell swoop. Black could be going up top. No, wait, springboard. I think he missed there, little folks. But, you know, even though he missed, I gotta tell you, in my opinion, Tyler Black has got the it factor. I mean, he will be FHC champion one day. I have no doubt of that. But until that day, we get to see him as Pacific champion, and it's going to be one hell of a ride. And Plata almost playing with Tyler Black in this matchup. Looks like they're going pretty strong, both of them. Oh, and a huge reverse DDT, and Black seemingly having vigor, calling something flailing. Oh, and we're seeing a Skywalker! Skywalker by Tyler Black with the cover, the pin, and he gets it! First victory here tonight on Slam. Tyler Black breaks out the win against Ray Plata. He is now on a 9-match winning streak. Can he even get up to Loc's 13 wins? But we'll see to that later. But for right now, his victory over Ray Plata is showing that his spot as the Pacific champion, well deserved.
Are you here to have me take your title away again? I've already done that. You're funnier than you take credit for. But listen, seriously, I don't say this that often, but last night was a very well-deserved win for you. You went through 3 other ladies to get that shot against me, and even after you had a hard-fought match the same night, I did backstab you, and you still whooped me. But after all that, I still want it. I still need it. The Ladies' Championship is my life's blood. I know I can beat you straight up, so that's why you have to give me a rematch tonight. I don't owe you anything. You're good, but you're not that good, and you proved that last night by your actions and your defeat. I fought my way through the tournament, and I beat everyone. I deserve to have this title, because I am the best. However, I'm not afraid of you, or your challenges, and I guess I should not be shying away from anything. I do not believe you pose any real threat to me, so I guess I have nothing to lose. I will grant your rematch tonight. You won't regret this. I guess we're even now.
Hello, ladies.
Ladies and gentlemen, Val Venis! And here we see Val Venis here tonight after he showed up at Session 3 last night, where he was supposed to be the special guest referee for the Ladies' Championship match. But before the title match could occur, he was attacked backstage by an unknown assailant and was unable to referee. No one appeared to get a good look at the offender as he was wearing a hood. He was hooded. I'm not sure who would do this to a wrestling icon who wanted to just come back to wrestling, and we know he chose to accept Mr. Palmer's offer of coming to the FHC. This was simply a heinous attack by a cowardly individual, which we know nothing about, but we'll see what Val has to say here tonight. Hello, ladies! Ladies, the Big Valboski is not laughing tonight because he has to get something off his chest. Last night at Session 3, I was attacked. Blindsided by some no-good coward from the shadows. And I've been contemplating since last night. Who could this be? Was it the boyfriend of a jealous lover? The husband of an unsatisfied suitor? or just someone who did not want me to be the special guest referee in the ladies' championship match. Who knows? For all I know, it could be all of the above. But what I do know is that the Big Valboski was not able to finish the job for which he was paid. And when the Big Valboski has an unsatisfied customer, well, actually, that's never happened before. So you can see why I am beside myself. My untarnished record. Tarnished. I've let everyone down here. I've let Mr. Palmer down. I just don't know what to do. Oh, and look who it is. Another superstar who made his debut at Session 3. Well, actually, maybe it's not really his debut. I feel like we've seen him before in some another matter of form or shape or whatever. But tonight, he is the Ultra Patriot. And of course, he was in the Gladiator matchup at Session 3, making an appearance, but was not able to effect any change. He was not able to eliminate anyone, but was ultimately taken out himself by Paul Hannon. And now he's making an appearance here tonight. And what is he planning here with Val Venis? To attack or to address? Hey, cheer up, Mr. Venus. You have to look at the bright side of things here. I'm out here because I want to help you find who attacked you. Because it's not right what happened to you. And if you know anything about my history, I was attacked too. And whoever did it got away with it. See, I'm all about justice, righteousness, morality. That's what a patriot does. But I go above and beyond the call of duty of a patriot. I do what is necessary for the good in people's hearts, and then some. And that is why I am the Ultra Patriot. So keep your chin up. All is not lost. I am here to help you find your attacker and bring him to justice.
Lost, what felt like it all in a game.
Hold up! It sounds like you guys are forming a team. Two of the newest stars here in the FHC. You know what I say? I say there are enough teams not doing anything here. Not progressing, not showing that they can rise up and compete. And if there's the next great tag team that's rising, it's gonna be us. It's gonna be us, Backdraft and Satterley. And if you guys have a problem with that, you can take it up with us in the ring. Hey, I know you guys. If I recall correctly, you guys tried to eliminate me twice, and it didn't happen. So you guys want to try and rough me up again? I say go right ahead. But the Ultra Patriot always gets his justice. Oh, I guess I guess we're doing this right now. We're doing a tag match. It seems like Backdraft and Satterley has been called out by the Ultra Patriot, and now they're making their way down to the ring. And I guess Val Venis is going to be taking part in this matchup as well. This is very exciting, seeing Backdraft and Satterley going up against these the two newcomers to FHC. I gotta say, this is a very bold matchup, or it's just, I don't know, what is Backdraft and Satterley thinking? But I guess we're gonna see here tonight. We got Backdraft going up against Ultra Patriot here now, as Val Venis and Adrian Satterley are on the apron awaiting their turn, but with the Dragon Screw on the Ultra Patriot by Backdraft, by the Flaming One, if you will. Oh, and Satterley getting a quick leg in there. But But again, we saw Val Venus at Session 3. He was brought out to be the special guest referee in the Ladies Championship match. Well, we're wondering if Mr. Palmer is going to be able to commission him to perhaps do some other work, I guess, of an administrative task in the future for the Ladies Championship reign, as we see Backdraft tag out to Adrian Satterley. Because as we know, everyone knows Val Venus's extensive experience, if you will, in the world of ladies, if you will. So we're wondering about that. Oh, a huge STO by by the Ultra Patriot on Satterley. Now a leg takedown. It seems like the Ultra Patriot, he seems to be well seasoned here. He's able to. He hasn't come off the offensive yet against Backdraft and Satterley. It's almost like he's been able to kind of cope and everything. Though, and a back body drop. Of course, we don't think we've seen him before, but his technique, his moves seem very familiar. But oh goodness, Satterley with the head scissors takedown. And Ultra Patriot with that running knee. Good God, that was almost like reminiscent of almost like a Darth Wump's knee, but not as refined. Oh, and Ultra Patriot with a quick swinging neck breaker. Satterley kipping up, but Patriot shuts him down. Patriot shuts him down. The kip up with another knee. And now hard into the turnbuckle. Backdraft is there for some special clicks. And the drop kick, but no, Ultra Patriot getting even with Backdraft, knocking him off the apron. And I believe the last time we saw Backdraft and Satterley was when they went up against Giant Panther and Starman at Rise and Fall, and of course they lost to the Icons. And now a double tag. Now we get to see our first look at Val Venus. Oh, and Val Venus quickly getting taken down by Backdraft in that takedown, arm drag takedown. Oh, God. Backdraft. Huge slam on Val. It could be that Val might be a little rusty. As far as we know, he wasn't here to actually compete or wrestle. He was just here for officiating the Ladies Championship match. Oh, and here we have one of his signatures, multiple elbows onto the mat, and that jumping elbow. Goodness gracious. It looks like maybe Val Venus is back into form, and now a tag to the Ultra Patriot. Oh, yes, and a huge takedown, double team takedown by both Ultra Patriot and Val Venus on Backdraft. But I guess maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe Val Venus, maybe he is in shape, back into shape, with a cover on Backdraft. And they get the win. Ultra Patriot gets the win on Backdraft after that running elbow. Goodness. Ultra Patriot, I guess, he's deceptive with his power. I guess that knocked Backdraft almost out. Was not able to get up, and Satterley was not able to come save the pin. But here are your winners, Val Venus and Ultra Patriot, with the challenge, and they've proven that don't talk down to them.
Gentlemen, you both fought well at Session 3. Especially you, Soy. You had an amazing victory in the gauntlet over Sonic Fire. And Welshman, I'm sorry. I know I called you in here, but I did not mean to give so much praise to your former teammate with you just standing there. But I wanted both of you to know what was on my mind. I wanted to recognize both of you in some way. Soy, again, with your victory in the gauntlet match. And Welshman, you've also done remarkably well in the last few months. I think it's time, perhaps, to see if you both are hungry enough to go on a title run. So, to qualify, tonight, both of you will go up against Butch Deloria in a treble trial match. And we'll see who comes out on top. The person who does will hopefully get a title shot at the Pacific Championship in the near future. So don't let me down. Give me a good match. And remember, ain't a hard time been invented that I cannot handle.
The following matchup is set for one fall, making his way to the ring from Washington, D.C., Guile! Now, if you ask me, this match here would have made a spectacular Dragon Championship match at Session 3. And we have known that Azathoth has been gunning for Guile for some time now, and a match between these two would have been top-notch, as we will probably get to see tonight. And getting our first look here at Guile sans the Dragon Championship, and we're sure that he's ready to take the belt back, or at least ready to give a revenge beatdown to Azathoth here tonight. And his opponent, from Honolulu, Hawaii, he is the FHC Dragon Champion, Azathoth. Azathoth is no stranger to holding championship belts. He, of course, was the first ever FHC champion for 4 months. He's been a World Tag Team Champion with Vincent Hanna, and now he is the current Dragon Champion. And at the beginning of this quest, he wasn't even looking to be Dragon Champion. He was just looking to take it to Guile, which he did at Session 3, pinning him. Now, he will get a second chance here tonight, one-on-one. And here we go, Guile versus Az tonight. With some quick hits, some quick counters, and Guile quickly looking for maybe an electric chair drop, but no! Maybe a reverse electric chair drop. But what a way to start the matchup. Usually we see Guile, pushing his opponents right when the bell starts, but I guess not this time. I'm guessing Guile's a little bit reserved today after losing the Dragon Championship last night at Session 3. Oh, and a huge full Nelson suplex on the current Dragon Champion. Oh, and Az with those 1,000 slaps. And then Guile with a huge drive-by. But that's probably what he was feeling like last night when he lost in the four-way tussle. It was just with Jacob Glenn's, Sir William, Az, and Guile, and he probably was not expecting to lose the Dragon Championship, at least not to Azathoth. I mean, this whole time we've been trying to gear up for Sonic Fire fighting the Bravehearts, so we were thinking that maybe Sir William was maybe a lock to win the Dragon Championship, but Azathoth had other plans. Let's just say that. And then Guile with that huge face buster on the champion, and now his push comes into play. There we go. You know, wouldn't be a match with Guile if he didn't break out with the huge pushes there. But after what transpired at Session 3 last night, it's amazing how Sonic Fire is still in the game here. I mean, after seeing Wes Soy just take it to all of Sonic Fire and taking the victory in the Gauntlet match, and then Guile losing the Dragon Championship, you would think that Sonic Fire would be licking its wounds tonight. However, here we are, Guile versus Azathoth, in what is going to probably be a great matchup here between two amazing wrestlers here. Now Guile with that headlock, and now a quick snapmare takedown. Oh, and a flip over slam there. Now Az on behind, and Guile countering with a belly-to-belly suplex. But this must be very exciting for Azathoth as well. I mean, he was again our first FHC champion. Now the Dragon Champion. He's well on his way to becoming a triple or quadruple crown, if you will, champion. He just needs to get his hands on the Pacific Championship, But of course, we always know that the Pacific Championship is for the lower members. But oh, here comes PJ Brooks. PJ and Guile with the cover, but PJ Brooks stops the match. Referee's calling for the bell, and here comes Jacob Glenn's from the crowd too. What the heck is going on here, folks? Oh, and Glenn's taking it to Brooks. Oh God. Oh my goodness. Everyone's going crazy about this. Yes, the referee has definitely stopped the match. Guile and Azathoth are going to have to fight another day, but Glenn's taking it to PJ Brooks. He must still be angry over their little tiff before Session 3. We're going to have to see how this unfolds next week here, folks. Jeez. Boys, we came out of semi-retirement and into this great company that I thought would shine the spotlight on us once again. And we've brought it for months now, gentlemen. But you know what happened at Session 3? We were all losers. Huracan and the Bastard were good. Real good. And they showed that they are one of the best tag teams in the industry. And there's a reason why they are the longest reigning tag team champions here. And they showed it by beating two icons. And of course, I lost my match with Ryu. I mean, who would have thought that these icons would come out of FHC's grandest stage as losers? So the question is, what do we do now? You know what we do now, guys? We keep going. I didn't come out of retirement for nothing. We're all going to keep going. Ryu got his revenge on me at Session 3, putting me through that table, and took me out for good with that buckle bomb. So he's even the score. But now I want a chance to break that tie. And that being said, and now I'm addressing Mr. Palmer and the rest of the FHC, I want a rematch against the World Warrior. I want the rematch to end all rematches. I want Ryu in a knockout match. The following match is set for one fall. Making his way to the ring, from Westbrook, Maine, Wes Soy. Wes Soy must be all worn out from last night, where he defeated 3 men back to back to back. He can't be at 100% tonight for this match against 2 more men. But if we see any indication of him pulling out motivation for winning, it's his relentlessness toward the Welshman. He went through Sonic Fire's gauntlet last night, wiping away all in his path. And he desperately needed that win after losing to the Welshman consistently. So hopefully we'll get to see he and the Welshman and Butch Deloria take it to each other tonight in dramatic fashion. And his opponent, from Llangollen, Wales, he is a member of Sonic Fire, the Welshman. You know, looking back at the Welshman's decision to betray the Bravehearts to Sonic Fire, the analysis is not very difficult. I mean, if you'll remember, Sir William was taken out by Benjamin Waugh several months ago at Blood, Sweat, and Tears, and in his absence, the Welshman ran things, in his opinion, even more smoothly. And when Wallace returned at Battle of the Gladiators, the Welshman took offense that his accomplishments weren't recognized, and that all Sir William wanted was for Soy and the Welshman to make Waugh pay for taking him out. And at the time, the Welshman and Wes Soy were deep in the heart of the tag title race, and would have gotten the shot if Welshman hadn't gone over. And now, we'll never know if they would have won the titles together. And his opponent, from Norfolk, Virginia, he is a member of the Tunnel Snakes, Butch Deloria. And it sure is funny seeing Butch Deloria come out here without the Pacific Championship. We've been seeing him come out with that belt for the last 9 months. But now, he's had a rough 24 hours without it, losing it to Tyler Black last night in a shocking outcome. We've already seen Butch come out here earlier tonight and make his intentions known that one way or another, sooner or later, he will be coming for Tyler Black and the Pacific Championship. Butch said that he never really lost the title since Black had pinned Cesaro. And he may have a point there, but nevertheless, with Treble Trial rules, Tyler Black is the new Pacific Champion. And no doubt, Butch will be taking his anger and frustration out on both Wes Soy and the Welshman here tonight. And as we're about to start the match here, folks, let me take you back to the break. Can you believe that already we haven't even been a full 24 hours after session 3, and King Slender is already planning for this rematch against Ryu, and of course he's giving the stipulation out there that it's going to be a knockout match. Like, Slender must have really been affected greatly by that matchup last night. I mean, if you saw it, if you had tuned in to session 3, you would have seen a spectacular matchup, but I am not completely sure that we saw King Slender at his best. You know, just the whole hype of the matchup. I mean, it was one of the big matches of the night, and with two titans going up against each other like that, I mean, the pressure could have simply gotten to Slender here, folks. And but now we're seeing him lash out. We're seeing him issuing the challenge to Ryu as well. So we're gonna have to see in the coming weeks whether Ryu and or Mr. Palmer, how they are going to deal with this and accept this, or maybe Mr. Palmer will decide that that's not going to be the case. But come on, you have two greats wanting to battle it out against each other again. You know, perhaps at the next pay-per-view. Hey, I would venture a guess that Mr. Palmer would want to book that match, but we'll have to see. And of course, I was so excited talking about Ryu and King Slender. I'm totally not focused on this match here. But as we can see, Wes Soy, the Welshman, and Butch Deloria have been taking it to each other. And now they're all on the outside here, battling by the announce table. And again, the cameras might be playing tricks on everyone, but that does not look like me. But, you know, who cares? Doesn't matter. Just focus on the matchup here, folks. Oh, God, and Butch... Butch ramming Soy into the corner post, followed by a huge bulldog on the match, on the hard mat. But now Soy following up with a bulldog of his own. And now we could be looking at a double team here. Deloria and the Welshman with the double suplex on Soy. I think Soy might have hit his head on those steel steps here, folks. Oh my goodness. As if Soy hadn't been through enough after last night's gauntlet match at session 3. Oh, and a huge clothesline by the Welshman. I think these guys are just putting each other through hell. I mean, you look, Soy was in the gauntlet match. Welshman was on the other end of that gauntlet match. And Butch Deloria, of course, was in that treble trial of his own last night. So he cannot be feeling, he's got to be feeling way less than 100% here, folks. But when you have treble trial match with these three individuals here, you know, these caliber guys, it's going to be great. Now Welshman up on that barricade. Butch Deloria trying to go for a spear. Oh my God! Oh, Butch spears the Welshman through the barricade. Oh God! Oh, I think the Welshman's dead, folks. And now Butch back up and giving a belly-to-belly suplex to Soy. Oh my goodness. Oh, what happened there? I hope those guys in the front seats weren't taken out too badly. I guess they really they're getting their money's worth here, folks. And Deloria trying to add insult to injury. Oh, and here comes Malik Ferdenko. What is he doing out here, folks? Oh, what the heck? Oh, it's Soy. Soy with that huge front slam. But Malik making a beeline to the contestants. He's putting his hands on the Welshman. Oh, and here comes Sir William. Sir William out here with a backup plan. Oh, we didn't see. I don't think the referee saw, but the Welshman is out. The Welshman's out. I think he was taken out by Malik Ferdenko, folks, but the referee didn't see. And now Malik trying to take it to Sir William. Meanwhile, West Soy... Oh, wait a sec. Oh, God, no! Malik put his hands on the Welshman. The referee saw that and is calling the match. Oh, and Malik taking it to the Welshman. Oh, with those right legs. Oh, those right kicks. Oh, my goodness, the Welshman is out. The Welshman is out. What is happening here, folks, tonight? The Tunnel Snakes and the Bravehearts getting into it. Oh, I don't... I'm not quite sure what's going on here, folks, but it looks like maybe the turf war has escalated to the different groups now. We can only surmise what this is going to come out for next week between these three factions, but we're going to have to wait until then. Meanwhile, the referee's trying to clean up everything. Good God.
Maybe you guys watching have no idea who I am, but some of you loyal fans do. My name is Tongan John, and I'm here to take Super Flight Night by storm. I may not have impressed at Session 3, but come Thursday, I will crush all those before me. I am here to introduce myself to this crowd, and once I start racking up the victories and choking out the competition, that should be sufficient to get the point across that I am not to be trifled with. And one individual that I hope to meet very soon is Kenta, the Lord of Sky. He possesses what I crave, and my duty is to covet what he possesses. But until then, watch carefully.
The following match is set for one fall, and it is for the FHC Ladies Championship. Making her way to the ring, from Chesapeake, Virginia, she is a member of the Tunnel Snakes, Susie Mack. Now we see Susie Mack coming to the ring without her Ladies Championship, having lost it to Morgan last night at Session 3. And after Mr. Palmer commissioned the Hello Ladies tournament at Suplex City, 16 ladies competed to determine the number one contender for the title, and that contender was Morgan. She defeated Susie to become Ladies Champion at Session 3. And as for Susie, we were vexed by her performance. She claimed that she had been practicing, been preparing herself the whole time during the tournament to face the contender, but Morgan destroyed her last night. I can't put it in any other words. And earlier tonight, we saw Susie demand a rematch for the Ladies Championship tonight, and Morgan was all too happy to accept the challenge and put her new title on the line. But after Susie's performance last night, will it even be any different tonight? Unless Susie took some super serum or something since last night, I can't really see how it's going to be any different. And her opponent, from the Korkari Wilds, she is the FHC Ladies Champion, Morgan. Well, she's worked hard to get here, folks, once again. Two-time Ladies Champion, certainly one of the most dominant Ladies Champion we've seen in our first year of the company, and a confident one, to be sure, putting her title on the line the night after Session 3. I mean, she must feel pretty good about this matchup between her and Susie Mack. Or we could be way off and this could be the shortest title reign in FHC history. But we believe Morgan. She knows what she's doing, and I'm fairly certain that there's really no way that she can lose tonight. But that being said, we've seen stranger things happen here. Anything is possible here in the FHC. And Susie countering with that jawbreaker on the champion and trying to go for drop kick to the knee, but she misses. And again, Morgan's able to move out of the way. Oh, and a huge face buster. And now Morgan with those huge right hits on the back, and now taunting Susie with those push-ups. We know the Witch of the Wilds likes to pull that out a lot of times when she's confident, when she's winning. Oh God! What a slap! What a hard slap! You could hear that out throughout the arena, and now a Hurricane Rana on Morgan, and now countering into a Russian leg sweep. It's amazing how far the Tunnel Snakes have fallen in just the last, well, in just the last 24 hours, if you will. The only, you know, the Tunnel Snakes at this one point had an entire bevy of championships. Wally Mack and Malik Verdenko had the tag championship. Susie Mack had the ladies championship, and the Pacific championship went to Butch Deloria. But of course, Butch and Susie both lost last night at Session 3, losing their titles. So now it's up to the tag champions to kind of continue the title reigns. And it's funny because they were the one team that we did not expect to hang on to their titles. So very, very crazy here tonight, folks. And here, oh, Morgan with that huge shoulder block on Susie Mack, and a huge head scissors takedown. And we saw Susie going on the offensive quite a bit earlier with these right hands and then a spinning wheel kick. And can she keep it up with the ladies' title on the line here tonight? Oh, and Morgan with a huge, huge bulldog. And we see an enziguri. No, Morgan's able to almost sweep the leg there, but oh, Susie trying to kipping up, and now another Hurricane Run on the Witch of the Wilds. Susie with those right kicks. Oh, wait, no, it's Lilith's music. It's Lilith coming out here, but Morgan back up. Susie isn't able to see. Oh God, she turns around. Morgan with a huge jumping neck breaker. Cover. Oh, and Morgan pulls out the win with Susie Max when her back was turned with Lilith's music coming on, but no Lilith. But yet Susie was distracted enough for Morgan to plant that huge jumping neck breaker. And Morgan retaining the ladies championship. She knew what she was doing. What was that? And where's Lilith with her music? But does she even know that her music was playing, or what was this? Yeah, Palmer, I'm here. But what's this northern blue throat doing here with me? I don't get it. You want to see us both?
Yes, Pac Bell. I'm glad you and Austin ran into each other in the hallway. Glad you guys could make it here tonight. I just wanted to let you two know, and I'm gonna get with Damien Sandow also when I see him. But during the Gladiator Battle Royal at Session 3, the three of you tied with eliminating 3 people apiece. The only one who bested all of you by eliminating 4 was Malibu, and he won the title of Gladiator of FHC. But a very solid effort by all 3 of you from all levels of experience. Nene Pac-Bell, the most seasoned veteran here, Austin Stevens, a former tag team player, and Damien Sandow, the relative newcomer in Super Flight Night. Well, to reward you, I am commissioning a treble trial match between all 3 of you this Thursday on Super Flight Night. The winner will get a fast-track ticket for a title shot in the near future. It would be in your best interest to show off your talent and do well. May the best man win. Ain't a hard time been invented that I cannot handle.
The following match is set for one fall. Making his way to the ring, from Elderslie, Scotland, Sir William Wallace. And Wallace coming out after his loss in the Dragon Championship match at Session 3. He faces Loc tonight in the main event. And Sir William had his own beef with Guy on Sonic Fire for months. He had the opportunity in the 4-way tussle last night to win the Dragon Championship, but he just wasn't good enough. Perhaps it was good enough for Wes Soy to win the gauntlet match against Sonic Fire, giving the Bravehearts a solid, amazing victory. However, with Sir William, he's been put in these high-profile matches lately. I mean, sure, he can stand up against Butch Deloria and even members of Sonic Fire. But sometimes when war rages on, there are setbacks. There is weariness, and Sir William is tired. And his opponent, from San Francisco, California, he is the FHC champion, Loc! After a solid matchup at Session 3, Loc comes out FHC champion, successfully defending the title against Darth Wump last night. But based on what we heard earlier tonight, we could possibly see a rematch at FHC Revolutions, which would be amazing if last night's match was any indication. I mean, who knew that Darth Wump could give Loc a run for his money after seeing the history between these two? Loc was right in his self-assessment. In any given night, anyone can beat the FHC champion if they're good enough, and all the chips fall where they may. And we almost saw that last night. And we could see it at Revolutions if they go at it once again. And we could see it tonight, now, as we see Loc take on Sir William.
For the last couple of months, Darth Wump has suggested that being the champion of this organization was, to a certain extent, about character. And although I've not been willing to engage in his attacks, I can tell you without hesitation that being the champion of this great organization is all about character. I've known Darth Wump for years. I've been operating under the assumption that the reason Darth Wump devotes so much time and energy to shouting about having my back was that he simply didn't get it. Well, I was wrong. Darth Wump's problem isn't that he doesn't get it. Darth Wump's problem is that he can't win it. We have serious challengers to fight, and we need serious champions to fight them. And I promise you, Darth Wump is not the least bit interested in defending championships against them. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how you swindle your way into a title shot. You gather a group of middle-aged, middle-class, middle-income fans who remember with a longing an easier time, and you talk to them about family and values and personal character, and you show them an old clip of WrestleMania 2000, and you scream about bygone challenges, and you tell them that Loc is to blame for their losses in life. And you do a promo, and you call me out. You want a character debate? Fine. But you better stick with the present, because our past is way out of your league. I've loved 2 organizations in my life. I left one because the game got outdated. I'm not about to lose this one because I'm too busy defending my title. Next pay-per-view, I am defending my championship. It's a defense that requires an undeserved rematch. It's by far the most aggressive challenge that this champion has ever issued. You cannot address championships without silencing the critics. I consider them a threat to my title reign, and I will defeat every challenger to prove that I'm right. We've got serious challengers, and we need serious matches. And if you want to talk about character, Wump, you better come at me with more than FHC blood and brotherhood whining. If you want to challenge me for my title, I'll tell you where and when. You just show up. I'm challenging you, Darth Wump, to a Rising Dawn match. I'm challenging you, Darth Wump, to a Falls Count Anywhere match. I'm challenging you, Darth Wump, to a Pop-Up match. I'm challenging you, Darth Wump, to a Shut Up and Leave match. I'm challenging you, Darth Wump, to a Bitches Leave match. I'm challenging you, Darth Wump, to a Shut the Hell Up match. I'm challenging you, Darth Wump, to Go Home and Die match. This is a time for serious challengers, Wump. Your rematches are up. My name is Loc, and I am the FHC champion.
Holy crap, what was that? Was Loc just like running for president or something? What a crazy promo, but obviously addressing Darth Wump here in a huge... I actually don't know if he was serious or not, but if he was, this is going to have some serious repercussions. I mean, we're only one night after Session 3, and Loc is issuing a rematch, a challenge rematch to Darth Wump for his FHC Championship at FHC Revolutions. I mean, crazy, right? I mean, if this is true, we already have the main event locked in. That is, assuming Wump accepts the challenge. But why wouldn't he? I mean, he's essentially getting another free shot at Loc and the FHC Championship. I mean, who wouldn't take the shot? Loc must be pretty confident in putting the title on the line himself. Or it could be something else. We know the blood between these two run very viscous. Very much something to look forward to in 1 month's time, as we see now Loc taking on Sir William for our main event here. Loc whips Wallace into the ropes, and now with those double chops, the patented double chops by the FHC champion. Now Wallace countering the belly-to-belly suplex. We got two solid superstars here going up tonight, folks. William Wallace reeling from his loss at Session 3, but now Wallace is taking it to Loc with the shoulder block. And Loc, Luthes press on Sir William. And at one point, Sir William was going for the FHC Championship, if you can believe that. In fact, it was probably our first pay-per-view at FHC Reloaded, when he was in a four-way tussle, I believe, with Wally Mack, Armok, and Azathoth. And of course, Azathoth ended up winning the FHC Championship. He was our first champion. Oh, and now Wallace taking it to Loc, putting him on the ropes. Whoa, Wallace, the choo-choo going on with that huge knee. Oh, and Loc returns the favor with a kitchen sink. And now the heavy hits by the Scotsman. But going back to Loc's response earlier, it's going to be interesting to see how Darth Wump responds to this. Is he going to come out and accept the challenge or what or whatever? Oh, but Sir William with a bear hug on Loc. Is Loc going to tap out here? I'm not sure, but nope. Wallace slams him to the ground. But again, with Wump, I'm sure Wump will probably go to accept the challenge again. Why wouldn't anybody accept that challenge? But Loc, very brazen, very brazen. Oh God, as he gets his face planted by Sir William. Oh, Sir William looking for the military press slam on Loc. Loc could be out, folks. What an impact with the pin. Oh, and Loc kicks out. Loc kicks out at 2 after Sir William's military press slam. Good God. Oh, and another Luthes press by Loc. Loc is on adrenaline now. And Loc probably going for that big bomb. Yes, he hits it. And could we see a pin here? And he does. And Wallace kicks out quickly. Oh, and Loc answering with a huge roundhouse kick. Cover. And Wallace kicking out yet again. Oh, and Wallace getting that arm drag. Such craziness. These two are just totally going at it here tonight in the main event. Oh, and Loc with another kitchen sink. Oh, and here's the FHC champion sizing up the Rebel. And here we go. Loc bottom. Loc bottom on Sir William with the pin. 2. And Loc pulls it out for the main event win tonight. Still on top of the world. And, oh. Darth Wump. Darth Wump is making his appearance, applauding the FHC champion for either his challenge or maybe what he was going through last night. Oh my God, we're out of time.